The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
You are looking live at Aquinas Stadium here in Overland Park, Kansas, where we are ready for this matchup to start the 4A playoffs here for your Paola Panthers this evening against St. Thomas Aquinas and the Saints. Thank you for joining us this evening as we are here. It's a little bit blustery this evening, but still pretty gorgeous for it being an October evening. And so we are excited for this matchup between two teams that are coming into the playoffs looking a little bit different. We'll get into that a little bit into our pregame show here. But Caleb and I are excited to start the playoffs, and it's win or go home season.
Absolutely. These are the games that you look forward to the most as a high school football player. Do or die. You either win in advance or you go home with the loss. So really get the juices flowing, getting into late in the year, late October. Nothing much better than this.
Nothing better than playoff football for sure. Is we've got lots of playoff matchups that we'll get to you throughout this evening and throughout our pregame show, throughout our Elliott Insurance pregame show. And I do want to go ahead and get that sponsor in there as well. The pregame show is brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We've got a lot that we're going to be talking about in our pregame show this evening. We'll talk about those starting lineups. We'll talk about the matchup between the two teams, kind of how they got to this point in the season. Then we'll break down our keys to the game, and we'll take you all the way up to kickoff on the Elliott Insurance Group pregame show. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're back here live on your Elliott Insurance Group pregame show. Let's get a little bit into the matchup between the two squads this evening and how they're coming in. So we'll start off with Paola. Obviously, we know there's been some rough spots in the season, especially last week against the Eudora squad. We'll go ahead and walk through each game so far. So they start off the season with a win at Fort Scott. That one was 28-6. Came back home to Lewisburg, fought hard in the first half, and then Lewisburg was just a little bit too much in that one, as we've gone on to know that after that first week loss for Lewisburg, they went on to be undefeated and Frontier League champions, but lost that one 35-14. Then bounced back with a win at home against Ottawa. A missed extra point kind of helped on that one for sure, but the Paola's going to take it any way they can this year. Then they went over to Tonganoxie, was in that game as well, had a couple fourth down conversions late into deep in the red zone, not able to convert on those. So lost that one 28-14. Had a loss at home against Pitt, and I think, honestly, Caleb, I think that was probably one of the most heartbreaking losses of the season, just the way that they came out, really dominated that first half, and the second half was just a different story.
Absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have pictured more different halves in that game went along. I mean, Paola came out in that first half against Pittsburgh just running it up and down Pittsburgh's throats at 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, just cruising. And then a punt return got Pittsburgh a little momentum going into half, and Paola was only up by 7 at halftime. But then coming out in the second half, it seemed like, and we mentioned this several times on the air during that broadcast, it seemed like the team switched jerseys in the second half, and Pittsburgh really took it to the Panthers while the Panthers just fell apart. And it's just been a trying year for the Panthers this year. It's just been a little too not enough good plays compared to the mistakes.
Just missing that big play for sure. Then went over to Spring Hill, a loss there. That one was 42-21. That score is deceiving, as that game was a lot closer. Got away from them in the second half, specifically in that fourth quarter, as there were a bunch of points scored in that one. Then bounced back with a big win at Bonner. Landon Taylor had a historic game there, over 350 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. He had a great game there at that one. And then that loss at home against Eudora, a Eudora squad that is one of the best in 4A as well, and is going to be vying for I think a spot in semifinals and even a spot in that state championship game with the likes of some of these the private schools with St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Thomas Aquinas, mix it up there a little bit. The Saints with Bishop Miege, with St. James Academy, with all those schools, and with Lewisburg and Chanute on that side for sure is definitely going to be kind of what we're looking at. We'll go ahead and get over to the Saints side of things. They come into this matchup 6-2. They started out the game with they started out the year with 3 straight wins with Blue Valley West, Blue Valley Northwest, Blue Valley North. They just kind of had a little tour there of the Blue Valley schools. Then they had a loss versus St. James. That one was a close one, 24-20. So that was a big game. Another St. James, another contender, 2-time defending 4A state champs. So that was a big game. Then they went over at Missouri and lost at Rockhurst 32-11. So that was probably their most heartbreaking loss of the year, is a team that they thought that they could go in and beat, as Miege had beat Rockhurst the week before. Then they kind of pulled a little bit of a shocker, especially after that Rockhurst one. I think really probably turned around their season a little bit, winning at Bishop Miege 29-26. So that was a tight game all the way throughout. Miege went out to a big lead in that one, like 21-0, and then Aquinas came back, ended up coming out victorious in that for sure. Then they finished out the year with another 2 wins at Blue Valley, win at Blue Valley and then a win at Blue Valley Southwest. So they've kind of been starting out hot, had a couple losses there in the middle of their schedule, and then 3 wins at the end. But we're not going to sugarcoat things. This is a really, really, really good football team. They play in one of the toughest leagues in the state of Kansas, in the EKL. With that, they play in a lot of teams that are in that 6A level for sure. But it's going to be a tough matchup for the Panthers this evening. But in winter go home games, you never know what's going to happen. It's the playoffs. You never know what's going to happen, and that's the beautiful thing, and that's why we love them. But we'll be back right after this to talking about some 4A matchups as well as going over our keys to the game as well with the starting lineups. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
We're back on your Elliott Insurance Group pregame show. Once again, that pregame show is brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Let's go ahead and talk about some matchups in 4A. We'll talk about the bracket a little bit from the 4A side as we kind of have both squads that are getting ready to roll here this evening. So some big matchups. We'll specifically talk about the east side because obviously that's the side that we care about the most. At the top of the bracket, Chanute has Schlegel this evening. We've got Kansas City Piper against Tonganoxie. I believe that probably is going to wind up being one of the better games that's in this first-round matchup between those two squads. We've got Eudora is playing Labette County, so Labette County is coming up and playing Eudora this evening. Bishop Miege in Ottawa this evening, so Ottawa's got a tough draw first round in that one for sure. An undefeated Atchison team is playing Fort Scott at home. We saw Fort Scott at the beginning of the year. That'll be a tough one for Fort Scott. Another good one, I believe. I said the Kansas City Piper-Tongi game might be the top one, but I believe the top game in 4A this evening is probably the Basler-Linwood-St. James game. Basler-Linwood, a really salty team coming out this year. St. James with that deceiving record of 4-4 as the Panthers are running onto the field there with the American flag in front, but that's going to be a really salty game. We've got Lewisburg, and they've got Bonner Springs this evening, traveling to them. This should be a good one for Lewisburg. You can catch that over on Lewisburg Sports Live. Catch Larry Gazaway over there calling that one. Then we've got this game, obviously, here with Aquinas and Paola. And then on the other side, Wamego is hosting Ulysses, undefeated Wamego team, really dominating on that west side. Everybody's kind of predicting that's going to be the team that makes it out of that west side of the bracket. But definitely excited for this matchup this evening. Like we said multiple times, it's win or go home territory for both squads. As Aquinas is getting ready to run onto the field here with their giant banner. That thing is huge, man. gust of wind gets on that thing, it is it's coming down for sure. We'll be back right after this. We'll be back one more time on the pregame show talking about those starting lineups and the key matchups as well. Right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
There's the push, and it is a touchdown, Lewisburg.
I'm so sick of this.
I saw a Go Brawley truck in front of Bob's.
Go Brawley. No buffering allowed. Visit GoBrawley.com today.
Yes! Yes!
You two really need to get Go Brawley.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
We're back here one final time on your Elliott Insurance pregame show here on here on Paola Sports Live. Whew. The words are flying. We're getting warmed up this evening. We'll go ahead and talk about the starting lineups from both squads here. We'll go with the defense on the Paola side, as that's the side that's going to have to really protect the ground game of Aquinas, as they're one of the best teams not only in 4A but in the state at running the ball. So defensively, number 1, J.D. Troutman at D-back. Number 3, Dylan Wagerman at linebacker. Number 5, Charlie Zeller at one of the also another D-back position. Number 10, Landon Taylor also in that defensive backfield. Cooper Stanchfield, number 20 at linebacker. Number 23, Lane Anderson as a D-back as well. 26, Clayton Younger in as a linebacker. Cale Murdoch on the D-line. Eli Richmond, 67 on the D-line. Wade Inman, number 75 on the D-line as well. And Brody Stewart, Big Brody Stewart, number 59 at linebacker this evening. For St. Thomas Aquinas on the offensive side, number 4 at running back, Jeremiah Penny. Number 6 also at one of the running back spots. They run a really heavy formation, couple wing backs, so it's going to look like they have about 8 running backs on the field. So that's what we're going to call out, basically. Number 6, Gianni Rizzi. Number 10, Gavin Middendorf. Number 18 at quarterback, Aiden Skinner. Number 23, Sean Carroll, also at one of the running back positions. Number 30 at another running back position, Jack Forgy. Number 58 on the offensive line, Pierce Cunningham. Number 66 also on the offensive line, Trey Kinafake, my mistake. Number 70, Austin Turner. Number 76, Stephen Carroll. Number 78, Carson Kraft. And at tight end, number 80, Kyle Krisman. So those are the starting lineups for both squads as they are at midfield right now for the coin toss. As you can see, St. Thomas Aquinas is in their gold tops.
Notre Dame.
Gold bottoms, exactly. They look like Notre Dame out there, and their navy uniforms for sure. The only thing we're missing for the Aquinas squad here is touchdown Jesus in the end zone. As we've got our call here from our officials. Looks like Aquinas is going to kick, I believe. Yep, St. Thomas Aquinas. They won the toss and deferred.
Saints have won the opening toss.
All right.
So that means that Paola and the Panthers are going to get to start this game on offense and get to start hot for sure. And that's going to do it for our Elliott Insurance pregame show. Thanks so much for those sponsors there. As we're excited for this match of this evening, like we said, we expect to see a lot of running in this game, especially from St. Thomas's side. One area that they are a little bit weak in, at least on the defensive side of the ball, is in their secondaries. They're giving up about 200 yards passing, which is one of the actually worst ones in 4A. Now, obviously, we know that a lot of that competition they play is in that 5A, 6A level, but still definitely an area that maybe Paola is hoping to look at and be able to exploit this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And if the Panthers are going to have any chance whatsoever in this game, they got to be spot on perfect at literally every detail of this football game. You cannot have penalties. You cannot turn the ball over. You got to force Aquinas into turnovers. You got to force them into third and longs. You just got. You got to be perfect. Perfect. There's nothing more you could say. You're playing a much more superior team in terms of athleticism, in terms of size. The Panthers are certainly up against it. But if there is a silver lining, all the pressure is on Aquinas to hold their end of the bargain.
For sure. So kicking off for St. Thomas this evening is number 5, Matt Siebel. We saw him warming up in pre-games, and the kid's got a leg for sure. Back deep for returning for the Pale Panthers is number 2, Xander Meinig. So we've had a little bit more success in the game, in the return game lately. As we're going to kick off our ball game here, that ball is deep. That one's going to go into the back of the end zone. Like we said before, he's got a strong leg. That one easily was 5 yards deep, and the Panthers will take over at their own 20-yard line to start our ball game.
And there was no wind aid there whatsoever. There's not much breeze at all. It's a little bit blustery from here and there, but down on the field, there's really not much wind at all to speak of. So that kid's got a college leg and maybe a pro leg for sure.
We're taking one for the team up here on top of the press box this evening. A little blustery up here. Might have to grab out the gloves at some point. But on the field, they're not feeling much air at all, so it should be good. Panthers come out in their heavy formation. Curley, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Osborne has the quarterback. Takes a snap, hands off actually to Charlie Zeller on a little trap play as the wingback picks up a gain of about 2 yards on first down. So positive yardage, that's what you're looking for. Maybe actually push that up to about a gain of 3. That was tackled there on the D-end by St. Thomas Aquinas, but nice play to start off the ball game.
And that play was very close to breaking. Really fooled the Saints, but the backside stayed home just enough, and now they're going to get 5 yards.
They're going to get a free 5 yards there as Osborne's cadence drew the D-end offside. So free 5 yards is going to make this a 2nd and 3, I believe. Second, maybe a long 4. Short 4.
Good start for the Panthers with a positive play on first down, and now you get a free 5 yards. This is where you need to be all night. And there's no sugarcoating. Yeah. This is where you need to be
exactly.
If you're going to have any chance in this game whatsoever.
2nd and 3 here for the Panthers. Curley still at the bottom of your screen. Younger is the deep back. Zeller goes in motion. Takes a snap, hands off inside to Clayton Younger. He's going to push forward enough for a first down. So nice run on the inside, on the left side by Clayton Younger. Nice little reverse pivot handoff by Jed Osborne is enough for a Panther first down.
Offensive line has won the battle so far in the first 2 plays on offense. Get the first down of the game, get that jitters out of there. Maybe they'll relax a little bit more and be a little more aggressive.
Almost got him again. He was really close to getting another jump there as big number 1 in the middle, Julian Marks, a sophomore for the Saints, almost jumped. Landon Taylor goes in motion. Handoff on the inside to Clayton Younger. Good gain again by Younger on the inside. Able to move. Center able to move one off the pile there, off the line, and push forward for a gain of about 4 yards. So
tell you what, the offensive line's come to play today. They've pushed St. Thomas Aquinas in the mouth here the first couple plays of this game to see if it continues.
Not intimidated at all for sure. Osborne under center checking the sideline. Curley still as your receiver here at the bottom of the screen. Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller are your wingbacks. Handoff again on the inside. Clayton Younger breaks off a tackle. Finally brought down by the middle linebacker, but that was a really nice run again by Clayton Younger. I believe he's going to be either right at the sticks or just short. And he is going to be enough for another Panther first down. So the same play that they ran to pick up the first down on the first drive there, they picked it up there as well. That little pivot reverse handoff there to Younger.
Couldn't ask for a better start for the Panthers. They have really came in here and have physicaled the Saints so far.
Almost got him again right there in the middle. Almost got big Marks to jump off sides again. That hard count by Osborne. Taylor in motion. Hands off to Clayton Younger, and he gets swallowed up by a couple of Saints there.
26, Clayton Younger of the
32 was in on the tackle for sure. I believe that is Luke Hancock.
Stop by 32.
Yeah, not much there that time. The Saints finally filled the hole, saying, all right, you've run on us enough. Time to stuff the hole, and that's what they did there. Now the Panthers are not in the territory where they want to be. We'll see if they can mix up a pass here and there or try to run the ball outside with Landon Taylor.
2nd and 9 here. Receiver at the top and the bottom of your screen. Charlie Zeller goes in motion. Handoff on the inside to Clayton Younger. Is going to fall forward for a nice gain of about 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5, a lot more manageable. The tackle for the Saints was number 5, Julian Marks. So big number 5, and I say big number 1, my mistake. He is 6'5", 255 right there in the middle. So
as a sophomore,
he's a big kid. Looks good, but they're doing a great job on the inside there. Brody Stewart's doing a great job there as well.
And this is 4-down territory. You're the heavy underdog in this game. Why not?
3rd and 5, Landon Taylor goes in motion. Oh, ball's on the ground. And the Saints take over. Just a mistake there, as I believe they might have picked it up as well with Clayton Younger, but just a mistake between the two. And the Saints are going to take over on their side of the field now. Just a mistake that you cannot have happen.
No, you cannot have that in this game whatsoever. The Panthers were moving efficiently, got near midfield, and then just what they've been their bugaboo all year long. A mistake happens, and it just falls apart. See if the defense can withstand and try to get a stop.
At quarterback is Skinner for the Saints. In the backfield, number 23, Carroll. Takes a snap, hands off to Carroll on the right side. Nice tackle. Great tackle by 57. Cale Murdoch coming free on the backside. Going to bring up just a short little gain of only about 3 yards on first down.
That's well done by the defensive line to follow the running back, not get pinched off, and limit that to a small gain.
Receiver at the top of your screen. Everybody else is heavy here on the inside as they've got the 2 wing backs. Number 4 is even angled in a little bit. Handoff right forward, a quarterback sneak right up the middle by Skinner, and he just keeps pushing forward, and that's going to be enough. He's going to pick up a gain of 7, I believe, and pick up a first down for the Saints.
Just short, it looks like.
Looks like he is just short. So definitely not what you want. Actually, they can't decide what they want to do. Now they're going to move him forward for a first down.
How many times do you see a 2nd and 7 quarterback sneak?
Quarterback sneak. We don't have anybody over the middle of. They just went right up the middle.
1st and 10 Saints.
Receiver at the top of your screen. Skinner takes a snap, actually pitches on the outside to the running back, number 4, as he breaks free on the left side. Nice tackle on the outside, I believe, by Landon Taylor. Saves a touchdown. On the run there was Jeremiah Penny, but that was a nice run, a nice gain of about 20 yards on first down.
That was a tremendous play by Landon Taylor, saving the touchdown and give the Panther defense a chance to get a stop here. Even though it's 1st and 10, Panthers still have an opportunity to get a stop.
Skinner back under center. Pitch outside to Carroll. Nice tackle on the inside as it took a couple Panthers to finally bring him down, but he was stopped initially, I believe, by Brody Stewart in there. Yes, Brody Stewart with a nice initial stop, and then a host of Panthers. All of his buddies came in and helped him there. So a short gain of only 2 on first down.
Good fill by Stewart, like you said, and then finished it off by Inman to stop that to a small gain.
Skinner again here under center. Back in motion, hand off to Carroll. Actually keeps it on the outside. Just a missed tackle by the Panthers, but he does go forward for a gain of about 6. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and I believe 1 or 2 over there. Actually, it's going to be a little longer than that. 3rd and 3 now. So short gain of about 5 there. So puts them into manageable territory. Panthers need a big play here to keep the Saints out of the end zone.
Yeah, they need a negative play here to force a field goal try, see if they can do it.
Skinner again here under center. Takes a snap, hands off on the inside, and that is a touchdown for the Saints by number 23, Sean Carroll. Just a good drive there by the Saints, just methodical. The biggest heartbreaking thing for the Panthers there was just that fumble recovery they had right there at midfield.
Yeah, and now for the Panthers offense, you still got to be confident. You're moving the ball against a very good Saints defense. Do not let this whimper your spirits. Try to come out and push it back through and try to answer the next time you have the ball.
Kick is up, and it is clear by about 34 yards at least.
Precisely 34 yards?
34 exactly.
Precisely.
I did the math, Caleb. Don't question it.
I ain't questioning you.
We'll be back for more of this great insight right after this on Paola Sports Live.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live as the Saints just drove down the field. I say down the field, they only had to go about 47 yards for a touchdown, able to get that all on the ground. As the Panthers need something good to happen here on offense. Meinig back deep to return for the Panthers. Kickoff goes deep, and that one's going to go into the back of the end zone as well. That one was about 8 yards deep back there. So the Panthers will take over again back on their own 20-yard line. Needing something good to happen here, at least especially keep the ball. That's one thing for sure that's going to be important for the Panthers, is not only to score, to keep up with the Saints, but to keep possession of the ball, shorten the ball game down, and you never know what can happen.
That's it. Just keep getting first downs. Keep getting first downs. Limit the time that the explosive offense of St. Thomas has on the field, and that's how you get the opportunity to have an upset. But, of course, you're behind the 8 ball already with the turnover on the first drive.
Panthers break the huddle. 2 wingbacks on the right side. Pitch outside to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor breaks free. A whole host of Saints bring him down, though, as he's not able to gain the corner over there. It's going to be just a short gain of about a half yard, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Boy, just the speed of the defense of St. Thomas on that play, just getting over there before Landon Taylor could really get going. Still got a yard out of it, but it could have been a whole lot more with just the speed of the defense is insane.
Landon Taylor's used to being one of the faster guys on the field than he has been for most of the year, and there's a couple on Aquinas that are up to that speed for sure, that closing speed. Osborne under center takes a snap, hands off on the inside, trap play, but it's held up by the Saints defensive line doing a great job. I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage potentially, but that's about all he got.
As St. Thomas Aquinas now is loading more people in the box, they were kind of soft on it in the first drive. That's why the Paola was able to get 4 or 5 yards a pop. Now they got about 8, 9 guys in the box. Not much the Panthers can do. They're going to have to mix up play calls, try to get it outside, mix in a pass play every now and then.
Receiver at the top and the bottom of your screen. Troutman is the receiver at the bottom. Curley at the top. Osborne under center looking at his Play sheet there, Charlie Zeller and Landon Taylor, as well as Younger as the deep back. Pass play here by looking for the double move, and he's going to get a free 15 yards there as the D-back restricted his movement. So a nice first down pickup here for the Panthers.
Yeah, clear pass interference there. The defensive back was beaten on that. He had to get to Troutman, otherwise Troutman would have got behind him.
Looks like they might. I don't know if they're going to call this a pass interference or a hold.
It is a hold.
Call it a hold. So it is still going to be a first down for the Panthers. Not quite the 15, but they'll take it any way they can get it this evening. Any way you can pick up a first down for sure.
That's it. And like I said, that was a clear penalty. The defensive back on this side bit on the double fake, on double move. Troutman would have got behind him for an easy completion. He had to hold him there, otherwise it could have been a big explosive play for the Panthers.
The double move for sure got the corner over here on the outside. That was one thing we talked about in the pregame show is that there's one area that St. Thomas is struggling a little bit this year. It has been that pass defense. Heavy formation again here for the Panthers. Curly at the top of your screen. Osborne looks over to the sideline for the call from Coach Smith. Looking at his clock here, looking at his wristband here in motion. Handoff on the outside to Landon Taylor, breaks a couple tackles. Is able to push forward for a nice gain of about 3 or 4 yards there on first down. So nice run there by Landon Taylor.
Very nice run. Solid gain of 4. It looked like he was so close to breaking it. Just a shoestring tackle kept Landon Taylor from getting out here on the near side and having a bigger play. The Panthers will certainly take 4 yards a pop.
4 yards. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. That's what they need this evening as we've got 4:20 left in our first quarter. Saints have a 7-0 lead. Panthers at their own 35-yard line. Osborne checks the sideline. Curly at the top of your screen. I formation behind him. Hands off to the deep back, Landon Taylor, and he's going to be stuffed by a host of Saints.
Number 10, Landon Taylor on the carry.
Yeah, not much doing there. The hole was just filled immediately. Landon Taylor basically was hit when he got the ball. Fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost just a small half yard.
Maybe a little bit there. In on the tackles, number 24, Dylan Marshall for the Saints as well. Number 1, Julian Marks. Panthers still here in the I formation on this third down. Big third down opportunity for the Panthers again here. They went to the air last time, was able to pick up a holding penalty on the outside of the defensive back of the Saints. But back to pass. The curly curl on the outside it looked like maybe he got his hand held a little bit, but that ball was overthrown by Jet, and they are going to have to punt here on 3rd and long. They had the curl on the inside. Jason had his defensive back kind of posted up a little bit, but that ball was just high, and unfortunately leads to a punt for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Panthers picked up 1 first down via penalty, just couldn't get anything on that next series of downs, and now they got to punt the ball back to the explosive unit in the Saints of Aquinas.
Landon Taylor back deep here, needs to get some air into this one or let it roll a long time so there's no explosive plays in the return game. Landon Taylor back to punt, punts it deep. Ball bounces, fielded by number 2 of the Saints. Breaks to the middle of the field. Brought down by number 20, Cooper Stanchfield, but not until he crosses over into Panther territory. So that's where the Saints will take over at the Panther 47-yard line.
Yeah, the Panthers really up against the wall now, already down 7-0 with 1 turnover. Now you get the ball back to this explosive offense of the Saints for the second time, starting in your own territory. Panther defense needs to bow up and do anything they can to get the ball back.
Turnover, anything that you can get, maybe a penalty pushing behind the sticks a little bit here. As Skinner is back underneath center. Speed option to the left side. He's got him. Oh, Charlie Zeller had him in his sights, but just missed the tackle as he goes all the way, and he's going to cut all the way across the field and score another touchdown, a 47-yard touchdown for Carroll. Bust this thing open a little more, 13-0 Saints. And my mistake, it was actually Wagerman that had an opportunity to have him in the backfield, came unblocked, had him in his sights, and just a little move by Carroll threw him off, and he cut back across the field and goes 47 yards for the touchdown.
And that's just demoralizing. The initial defense was perfect for the Panthers. They had defensive end, get the quarterback. Waggerman was out here on the running back, just that subtle move, and all of a sudden he's gone for 47 yards. That's just demoralizing for the Panthers.
Heartbreaking there for the Panthers. Kick is up and good. That one was not maybe quite as long, maybe not quite 34 yards, maybe only about 27 yards deep, but the Saints take a 14-0 lead here in our first quarter. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live, and our presenting sponsor is Go Brawley. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Minded back deep for the Panthers. As it probably won't matter as this one. He pops this one up a little bit, so Mighty does have an opportunity to return this one at about his own 1 yard line. Gets a nice running start and is just absolutely hammered. I believe that is going to be, I think, a targeting penalty or something there. There was a flag that came in at the 14-yard line. Actually, it looks like he maybe calls a hold. That was a huge hit. So that may back the Panthers up even a little more.
Yeah, that's a holding penalty, like you said, against the Panthers. What a big-time hit, though, by Aquinas there to devour the return man Meinig, and now the Panthers are back inside their own 10 after the penalty.
Not the way you want to start the drive after going down 14-0 for sure, as they will back the Panthers up deep, half the distance there. As they are,
looks like they're marking it off from the 22
potentially here. I don't.
Or not from the 22.
From the, yep, so half the distance here. Should have this at about the 7-yard line.
Woof.
Not wanting to start that deep in your own territory for sure, especially after it kicked the ball out of the back of the end zone 2 times, but that's where the Panthers will take over. Jed Understander, 2 backs behind him, Taylor and Younger. Pitch on the outside to Landon Taylor, trying to catch a corner, almost does, as he actually breaks a couple tackles.
Good
so
run.
A nice gain on first down by Landon Taylor. Looked like he was going to be brought down, but he said no, carried a Saints defender with him for a nice gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, tremendous run by Landon Taylor. Getting the corner, getting yourself out of jail a little bit up near the 15. Now you got options here on second short, second medium.
Wyatt Lewis there on the tackle for the Saints. 2:38 left in our first quarter. Almost got a jump there on the inside again. Not quite, though, as Jet, that hard count, has gotten a lot of opponents this year. Takes the snap, hands off on the trap play on the inside. That was a really nice run there by Younger, I believe, that's going to pick up another. Actually, that was Landon Taylor again. Switched sides on me, so a nice run by Landon Taylor is going to be enough for a Panther first down.
Panthers have gotten a few plays up the middle, get about 4 or 5 yards a pop. They've ran the ball efficiently in this first quarter. It's just when they get into that 3rd and long scenario, then the Panthers are in trouble. But let's see if they can sustain a drive here, at least get some momentum back on your side after the Saints have obviously scored twice with the 2 times they've had the football.
Sure, keep the clock rolling, keep the ball rolling as well here, staying in front of those sticks. Deep handoff to Landon Taylor as he's stuffed up by a host of Saints. Actually falls forward for a gain of about 2 there, maybe 1 on first down. Looks like he did get 2 yards, so 2nd and 8 now for the Panthers.
It's good extra effort by Landon Taylor on that play. He could have easily quit and got back to the line of scrimmage, but he kept the legs turning and got a positive gain out of that. And now see what the Panthers can do on this 2nd and long.
There were a host of Saints right there at the line, but Taylor was able to fight through them and fall forward just enough there to pick up 2 yards. Osborne looks over to the sideline. Taylor and Zeller is your 2 wing backs. Curley at the top of your screen, Troutman at the bottom. Zeller in motion. Quick handoff right on the inside. Nice trap play again on the inside to Clayton Younger. So a really nice gain of about 6 yards there on second down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable for the Panthers.
Good blocking up the middle by the center and the 2 guards for the Panthers, really opening that hole for Zeller and make this as a 3rd and manageable.
Younger actually on the run there for the Panthers. Zeller went in motion there, Caleb.
But okay,
that's all right.
See, I haven't been on the mic in 2 weeks.
It was the eye candy that got you.
I haven't been on the mic in 2 weeks.
Osborne under center. Hands off again to Clayton Younger right up the middle. I believe he's going to have enough again for a Panther first down. So a good drive after being backed up in deep inside their own territory. Moves the ball across right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, this is a tremendous drive for the Panthers. Got the penalty on the kickoff return, backed you up inside the 10. Now you're already back out near the 30. And it looks like that might be the final play.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter, so that will do it after about 24 seconds or run off here, even though everybody knows there's not going to be another play. This quarter, Panthers will move to the other side of the field here, and that's where they will take over to end the first quarter. At the end of one, the Saints have the Panthers down 14-0. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you know, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live as Panthers have the ball at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the deep back, Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor breaks free, breaks a couple tackles, is brought down hard from the secondary, but it was a nice run by Landon Taylor, breaking free from a couple guys right there on the defensive line. So a nice run, gain of about 3. I think he got a little more than that. They didn't quite give him forward progress, though. I think he picked up 4 or 5. But
yeah, it looked like a really good run initially, and then a big stick by the middle linebacker for the Saints limited that to a 3-yard pickup. Landon Taylor fortunate to hang on to the football, but it's solid net gain for the Panthers on that first down carry.
2nd and 7 now for the Panthers. Looking to pass the ball. J.D. Troutman with a nice catch, spins off a defender, cuts across the field, but it is going to be enough for a Panther first down as Troutman maybe could have got upfield, got a couple more yards, but looking for the big play. But a nice pitch and catch between Osborne and Troutman on the outside picks up another first down for the Panthers.
How about J.D. Troutman over there looking like Kadarius Toney over there, the new Chiefs wide receiver, spinning off a hit and picking up that first down. The Panthers are moving the football.
Good, nice little slant route there as the Saints so far have just been expecting run, and then on long third downs. So that quick passing game is definitely going to be something that's going to be important to keep the chains moving and rolling here for the Panthers. Handoff on the inside to Clayton Younger. Stuffed up on the inside by the backer, number 48, Wyatt Potter. But he picks up a gain of about 1 yard there on first down. So it's going to bring 2nd and 9 now.
Not exactly where the Panthers want to be, 2nd and 3rd and longs. These are where the Saints can just pin their ears back and go. The Panthers need a big play here to make it 3rd and manageable or even pick up first down.
Looking over at the sideline there.
Got plenty of time on the play clock, no need to hurry.
Troutman does come back. Looked like he wanted to get off field, came right back on. Curley as your wide receiver on this side. Trap play on the inside. Landon Taylor takes a big hit on the inside, but a nice little trap play is going to pick up a gain of about 3 yards.
Boy, it seems like the Saints always got a guy there waiting for that. That play had every look of busting it on the far side because everybody swarmed this side, but the backside defensive end stayed home and made it a short gain for Landon Taylor instead of a big explosive play. Now it's 3rd and long for the Panthers.
Tackled by the safety, number 24, Dylan Marshall. Big, strong-looking kid there at safety as well. They've got a whole host of them on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for the Saints, but the Panthers doing a good job on this drive. Have a 3rd and 7 here. Looking back to pass. Double move again on the outside to J.D. Troutman. He just needs to keep running. Nice catch on the outside by J.D. Troutman. Shoves off the defender. Huge play on the outside for the Panthers as the ball was just dropped in a bucket by Jed Osborne. Troutman got the defensive back on a double move and a huge gain by the Panthers.
Boy, that was a perfect pass by Jet Osborne. The coverage was actually there for the Saints, but like you said, Osborne dropped that right in the bucket. Troutman didn't drop it. Panthers in the red zone.
Couldn't have went and handed the ball to him any better than that one right there. So nice 40-yard gain there for the Panthers. As Osborne back under center here, now into Saints territory for the first time this evening. Need to punch this one in. Taylor in motion. Handoff on the inside to Clayton Younger is going to be stuffed up again by a host of Saints. I believe 55 in on the tackle there. Tyler Andrade, as well as 42, Dylan Elmore.
Panthers offense has been spectacular in this game so far. They had the one mistake with the fumble, but for the most part, they have moved the football efficiently. They're in the Saints' red zone. They need to get this in the end zone to get some momentum back on their side.
4 down territory for sure. Second
No
and
doubt.
9 here. A lot of big plays have come in the trap territory, moving the defense to one side, looking back to pass again on the outside. Oh, had Charlie Zeller on the outside, but a really nice play by number 35 of the Saints. I believe that was Joey Goodenow. He had Zeller on the outside. Goodenow just got his hand in there right at the last second to break that one up. So now the Panthers have 3rd and 9 from their own 16-yard line.
That was a tremendous defensive play, like you said, by the linebacker there to get his hand just in front of that before he could get to Zeller for the completion. And now it's 3rd and long. It is 2 down territory, though, here. There's no field goals in this game for the Panthers. None whatsoever.
Do not need it all here, but they can pick it up. Need about half of it for sure. Osborne back under center, looking back to pass again. Blitzer on the outside. Oh, had his receiver again. Looked like he was pocketed there by the defensive back, number 11, Wyatt Lewis, and that pass was just not able to be connected between the two sides. And looks like they are going to go ahead and kick the field goal now, as 4th and 9 is rough territory for sure. So to kick the field goal is Warden for the Panthers.
It's going to be about a 33-yard attempt. Longest field goal he has attempted so far this year for sure. See if he can get the Panthers on the board.
Number 19, Hayden Warden, on to attempt the field goal.
Taylor as the holder. And it's blocked on the outside. Need to make a play on this guy. Oh, my goodness, as they just did not block the outside. Field goal was blocked by number 2, Blake O'Brien. And bad goes to worse for the Panthers after a promising drive. Ends up with no points. 8:08 left here in our first half.
Boy, just demoralizing again. Head back inside your own 10 to start the drive. Get into the red zone, get stopped there, and then a chance to put points on the board. The field goal gets blocked, and now you give the ball back to the explosive Aquinas team. Panthers are just, they're snake bit. They've been snake bit all year.
Snake bit for sure. They need something big to happen here defensively, as I know that their hearts were broken on that drive. Pitch play on the outside. Oh, Clayton Younger looked like he got held, and he's going to get that one. One's going to come back. Clayton Younger had broken free to make that tackle, got held by about 2 guys. Both flags come out, and so that's going to back the Saints deep back in their own territory.
Yeah, there's no question that Younger was clearly held on the left shoulder pad by the blocker out here on the near side. Clears dry. The officials didn't miss that one, and now backs the Saints up for the first time. First penalty on the game, or first penalty on the Saints offense.
Good play there by the defense, as there were a lot of guys flowing to that territory. I believe that Younger would have made a really nice play there if he was not held from the side. is, like we said, two guys could not throw their flags quick enough.
Right.
So that's going to bring them back 10 yards. So they're going to have 1st and 20 now from their own 20-yard line. So opportunity here, need to keep the Saints from having an explosive play like they had the first 2 drives. Skinner under center. Takes a snap on the inside, hands off. Nice run on the inside. He's going to pick up about 7. As Gianni Rizzi was in on the carry there. Murdoch had the tackle for the Panthers.
Saints are still behind the chains there, so that's a positive for the Panthers after the penalty. See if they can force a 3rd and long here.
2nd and 12 for the Saints here. Hopefully get a big stop here, make them go to the air a little bit in an area that they're not as comfortable in, only throwing for about 50 yards a game. Running back goes in motion. Hands off on the outside, and a huge hit on the inside. I believe Cale Murdoch in on the tackle there. Huge play.
Cooper Stanchfield, too. Combined tackle by Stanchfield and Murdoch. Now it's 3rd and long for the Saints. See if the Panther defense can get off the field.
Murdoch on a blitz right into, actually my mistake, Murdoch right there. Stanchfield on a blitz right through there. So 3rd and long now for the Saints. Panthers need to do something big to get them off the field here. Make them punt this one away. Goes in motion, tries to get a quick 5. And looks like they might have, but we'll take it any way that we can get it. No call there. 3rd and 10. Switching up the coverage. Coach Smith says out here on this side. Back to pass as he has somebody wide open, and it's broken up. Nice play at the very last minute. Lane Anderson broke off of his receiver to make a play on the streaking postman. Number 30 there for the Saints. He made just enough of a deflection of that ball, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. Great stop by the Panther defense is going to force a Saints punt.
Tremendous job by the Panther defense. Of course, it helps out that you got a penalty, but then you end up stuffing a run, and then you play great defense on the pass, get the football back, force a 3 and out. Well done by the Panther defense.
Landon Taylor and Troutman back deep. And that one goes over the head. Hezzy to come make a play here. Make sure he doesn't get this one off. And he was able to get the punt off. And it's going to take a huge bounce because, of course, it will. Wow, what a punt. 47-yard punt as that ball went all the way and rolled into the Saints end zone. The punter able to go make a play, not pressured a whole lot by the Panthers, and still Panther ball now from the 47-yard line. Huge break there for the Saints, as that could have been absolute disaster. Punter made a great play there.
Tremendous play by the punter. And, of course, when the Panthers get a break, the Saints make a play on a punt. It saved them 47 yards of field position. But the Panthers do have the ball to start this drive in Saints territory. The offense has been really well in this first half. See if they can finish the drive.
Under center, quick pitch. It's going to be a double pass. Oh, that's going to be a pass interference there on the outside as the D-back was early. They had a little switcheroo double pass there. The pass to the outside to Dylan Wagerman. That one was pretty much on target. A good ball by Jed Osborne, and the defensive back got there too early for the Saints. So nice pickup now for the Panthers.
I love this creativity by Coach Smith, just going outside his comfort zone. Double reverse, flea flicker pass. Didn't get the completion, but you do get the penalty. And now you're in deeper into Saints territory near the 30-yard line after the pass interference penalty.
And once again, like we talked about there, if there is a weakness to this Saints team, it is the defensive backfield and giving up some yards in the passing game, not only on a couple long passes, but also with a pass interference and a holding penalty with that secondary as well.
See if the Panthers can capitalize on this opportunity.
Panthers now have the ball just outside the 30-yard line. Heavy formation on the left side. Pitch on the outside to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor busts forward for a nice gain of only about 3 yards, I believe. Actually, looked like he got a little bit more over there, but gain of 3 yards for Landon Taylor. Actually going to be a gain of only about 2 yards. His knee went down a little early there, but still positive yardage on first down. Staying in front of the sticks is definitely what the Panthers are looking to do here, as I believe they probably will not try another field goal this evening.
No, you wouldn't think so.
And they got another free 5 yards. So once again, just penalties and mistakes by the Saints. The Panthers have been the more disciplined team on that side for sure.
What is that, about 6 penalties now on the Saints, about 5 on the defense? Sloppy play by the Saints in terms of discipline in this first half, keeping the Panthers in this football game.
2nd and 3 now for the Panthers. And they're going to get the 5 yards back.
At Wagerman.
Dylan Wagerman on the outside. So just as we said that the Saints have been making the mistakes, the Panthers give that one right back. So we're back to where we were about a minute ago.
Well, that there. Those are the penalties that really hurt. You get a free 5 yards because of the undisciplined action of the Saints, and then Wagerman compounds that mistake and gives it right back. It's tough.
Panthers down 14-0 here with 5:24 left in our half. Handoff on the outside to Landon Taylor, able to drag a defender a couple yards. So it was a nice run of about 3 yards for Landon Taylor. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
And just Landon Taylor's ability to keep the play alive when it looks dead, keeps those legs churning, turns a no gain into a 3-yard gain. Anything positive gain for the Panthers is good in this football game. See if the Panthers can pick this up on 3rd and 5.
Handoff on the inside to Clayton Younger. It's going to be stuffed up.
And that's a clear indication that it was 4-down territory for the Panthers. Still going to be 4th and 5, it looks like. Do or die time here for the Panthers on this drive.
4th and 5.
And this would be really demoralizing because it looked like you were going to get a free 2 points there, at least free 2 points on a snap over the punter's head. But then he makes a marvelous play to get the ball away and punt it away. Now the Panthers are up against it here, 4th and 5.
4th and 5, big play here for the Panthers. 3:58 left in our first half.
Panthers have to take timeout.
And the Panthers are going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll stay right here as well as the Panthers have had a good drive here, have had got a big stop on defense, a couple of big plays here, and this is a really big 4th and 5 opportunity to not only get the first down to hopefully go in and score, but also with only 3:52 left would be able to run a lot more time off this clock to keep the ball out of Aquinas' hands to end the half.
And you certainly don't want to give the ball back to Aquinas because they could certainly have the trademark of a football game where you score at the end of the half and then get the ball to start the second half. So the Panthers are really up against it right here. They need any way possible to convert this 4th and 5 to keep the Saints offense off the field. And like I said, it could be even more demoralizing because it looked like you had a free 2 points on a bad snap over the punter's head, and then he makes a marvelous play to even get the football away and punt the ball back down near midfield. So Panthers got to do anything possible, any way, anyhow, to get this first down.
A free 2 or even more if he fumbles that ball as the punter in the end zone. But big 4th and 5 here for the Panthers.
4th and 5.
Receivers at the top and the bottom of your screen. Two wing backs are Taylor and Zeller. Troutman and Curley are your wide receivers. Younger as the fullback. In motion is Charlie Zeller. Looking back to pass. Oh, had J.D. Troutman on the slant route. He had enough yardage as well. That ball was just out of reach. If that ball's a little bit lower, Troutman brings it in and has a first down by a couple of yards.
Yeah, that's a killer for Jed Osborne. The play was there. That was the correct play call. Pass just sailed on Osborne, and now the Saints have the football with 3:48 left. A chance to put more points on the board. Just the offense has been so smooth for the Panthers in this game, just so close.
Right there. Just cannot quite make the big play that is needed as the Saints take over now deep in their own territory. Handoff, actually, Skinner keeps it on the outside. Takes a big hit. Takes a big hit by Brody Stewart there in the middle. Does pick up enough for a first down. Gain of about 11 on first down. 3:38 remaining in our first half. Saints have the ball and are moving now just outside the 40-yard line at their own 38. Skinner back under center. Takes a snap, keeps it on the outside. Drugged down by Eli Richmond, the defensive end, but not before he gains forward for a gain of 5 on first down.
Yeah, this is going to be a time-consuming drive for the Saints here. They want to do anything possible to run this clock down, score right at the gun or near the gun, and then they get the ball to start the second half and really put the Panthers up against the wall with a score here.
And Panthers are looking to do everything they can for them to not score before the end of the half.
Exactly.
In motion, handoff to Carroll on the inside is stuffed up by Richmond again. Really nice play by Eli Richmond as that defensive end able to shed the blocker and bring him down.
Really good fill by Richmond. 2 straight plays that Eli Richmond's made a good play on the quarterback to stop it to minimal gains. This is a chance for the Panther defense again to get off the field.
So 3rd and 5 now for the Saints. Big opportunity here for the Panthers. Handoff on the inside to Carroll. Runs over Landon Taylor in a nice gain of over 10 yards on 3rd and 5. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 now into their own territory, into Panther territory.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for the Panthers. Nobody filled the hole that was there for the running back to shoot through, and he ran over Landon Taylor for an easy first down.
Skinner back under center. Handoff again on the inside.
Not
Good
much.
job again by Eli Richmond. Brody Stewart as well there on the tackle. Cale Murdoch.
Tell you what, this defensive line for the Panthers has played fairly well in this first half. They have, especially the runs up the middle. Now Aquinas has gotten outside a little bit more with their speed, but they haven't got much up the middle in this game.
The middle has been pretty much shut off there as well with the defensive end, Stanchfield and Richmond doing a pretty good job as well. Pitch on the outside. Good tackle by Cooper Stanchfield, able to drag him down.
That's tremendous discipline by Cooper Stanchfield to not bite on the quarterback with the ball. He stayed home, still got a decent gain out of it, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Now you force a 3rd and medium. See if the Panther defense can make a play.
It was Stanchfield or end zone on that one, and Stanchfield made a great play there to keep him out. Handoff on the inside to Carroll. Actually, I believe it. On the edge again, Landon Taylor with the huge play on the outside on 3rd down. Looked like he maybe should have gave that one. Did not. Decided to pitch on the outside to Carroll, but Landon Taylor with the big play on the outside brings up a 4th and 4 for the Panthers.
And don't worry, fans, you weren't the only ones fooled on that play. I followed the running back, and sure enough, it was an option play to the right. So good play by Landon Taylor. Now it's a big 4th down. Can the Panther defense get a stop?
41 seconds remaining in our first half here. Looking over to the sideline, they're going to burn a timeout. So big time opportunity for the Panthers to get off the field here, to not only get off the field but also to keep points off the board from the Saints as they're a little bit frustrated here.
Well, I tell you what, the Panthers have come to play tonight. They have impressed me to no other in this first half. The way Aquinas had the ball the first 2 times, just up and down the field with 2 quick scores. But the last 2 times they've had the ball, they went 3 and out, and now they've struggled to get first downs on this drive. The Panthers have come ready to play tonight. They're in this game. They're just so close on offense. Just little mistake here, little mistake there. This could be a Panther lead right now.
Could be right there for sure as the Panthers will put up a fight. Not done at the end of our first half here, though, as they need a couple big plays to be able to keep the Saints out of the end zone here, as the Saints do still have 2 timeouts. Both sides have 2 timeouts left here in our first half. 36 seconds left. Saints have a big 4th down, 4th and 4 for the Panther defense.
Can the Panther defense get off the field here and keep the Saints off the board before the end of the half?
I'm sure coaches are saying right here, for sure, number one thing, watch the ball. 4th and shorts are pass, back to pass, has 1 man on the route. That ball's underthrown. Oh my gosh, and this tight end makes a great play. That ball was underthrown. The defensive back, number 23, Lane Anderson, did a good job of getting back to that ball, but just not strong enough to bring it in.
Well, that was a tremendous catch. That was a poor throw by Skinner. His tight end bailed him out. Tremendous catch.
Back to pass again. as they just need to make sure there's no big plays. Oh, it looks like there was a hold on the outside on Eli Richmond. Is not able to get there. Finally brought down on the outside, I believe, by Dylan Wagerman.
Saints want a penalty flag for a late hit out of bounds. Saints are running out of time. They do have 2 timeouts. Can the Panther defense keep them out of the end zone?
Panther defense needs to bow up here a little bit to keep them out of the end zone with 14 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see if they go to their strong leg kicker if they get that opportunity, or if they're going for the throat punch and the score.
And what do you do if you're the Panther defense? You try to be aggressive and make a play, or do you stay back and try to make a play, make a tackle in the field of play?
I think you have to be aggressive with this team, especially with the athletes that Aquinas has on their side. Skinner again here, under center, goes back to pass. Edges contained. Oh, finds the guy underneath, and is going to be enough for a touchdown. They had the outside receiver. They had the outside receiver covered. The last running back just cut in at the very last second. A last delayed route is going to be enough for a Saints score, and just we said heartbreaking a couple times. That one is the definition of heartbreaking with only 7 seconds left in our first half.
And that is the one thing you could not let happen for the Panther defense. Now the Saints score before the end of the half, and they get the football to start the second half. Panthers really got to play well in the second half.
Kick is up and way good again. Just a deep breath now from us up here, as the Panthers have had lots of opportunities in this one to keep it close. Definitely not out of reach at 21-0, but had a couple opportunities to keep this thing to 14-0, or even to a 14-7 or 14-14 tie here in our first half.
Yeah, they've just been so close, and that's the nuances of football. Who makes the close plays? Who makes the more clutch plays? The Saints have made more clutch plays. It's not by the effort-wise. Effort-wise, I think the Panthers have come ready to play, and they have really took it to the Saints. And the Saints are like, whoa! But just when the pressure gets a little bit too much for the Panthers, the Saints have made the plays when it's mattered. And that's the difference between 21-0, which we got, or maybe 14-14 going into halftime.
Very similar teams here in the first half. It's just who can make the big play. The Saints have made those plays. The Panthers have not quite, as there's 7 seconds remaining in our half here. Back deep to kick. It'll be interesting to see if they go ahead and just kick this thing out of the back of the end zone. I would assume they don't want anything crazy to happen on the kickoff, but we will see what happens. I'm sure the Panthers are hoping for at least a chance to return this. Kick is short on the ground, so Troutman's going to have a shot at this, as he needs to make sure he just holds on to the ball for sure. Big hit there for the Saints. I believe that was one of the safeties. Yes, it was, number 24, Dylan Marshall.
And there's 1 second left on the clock. I expect nothing but a kneel down here for the Panthers, and just go to halftime, go to the locker room, settle down, make some adjustments, come out with your best effort in the second half, because you played phenomenally in this. And the score doesn't indicate how well the Panthers have played in this first half.
Just like we've said before, the difference of who's been making the big plays. The Panthers have not been able to do that so far. The Saints have done that, as we are predicting probably a kneel down, potentially a kneel down here. We will see what happens. Looks like from the body language of everybody else, it is going to be a kneel down. So that is going to be the end of our first half here, with St. Thomas Aquinas and the Saints up 21-0 over your Paola Panthers. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737. Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Welcome back to Paola Sports Live and your halftime show brought to you by Rusty Walters, Farm Bureau Financial Services. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. Well, like we've said a couple different times before we broke there for half and in the first half, the effort by the Panthers is definitely there. It's definitely not a lack of effort. I don't even believe that they've come into this game intimidated by St. Thomas Aquinas, a big team, a team that, just looking at them, when you walk onto the field and they've got 100 guys and you've got 40, when you look at the two sides, look at the difference between them, a lot of teams would pucker up. Yep. A lot of teams would pucker up right at that point, but Paola has fought and fought and fought in this first half. The score does not indicate that because ultimately Paola has not been able to make the big play.
Right.
Every drive they've had, they've been able to move the ball on the stout St. defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, every drive, they've moved the ball efficiently. They've gotten into Saints territory 3 times in that first half. They even got down in the red zone one time, and then they had a field goal blocked, unfortunately, but it's just the deafening part of sports is effort's one thing, execution is another. When the big plays happen, the execution has just not been there for the Panthers in certain scenarios. They've certainly been the more disciplined team in terms of penalties. I think in that first half, something like 7-2. The Saints had 7 penalties or something like that. The Panthers only had a couple. So effort-wise is there. I just hope, like you said off camera, I just hope that score at the end of the half by the Saints doesn't kill the psyche of the Panthers. Just keep doing what you're doing. The Panthers nobody expected the Panthers to come in here and compete against a powerhouse like St. Thomas Aquinas, but they've come out and they've punched St. Thomas Aquinas in the mouth, and St. Thomas has been like, whoa. But you just need to keep doing that. Keep your hearts in it. Come out, play inspired football in the second half, and see what you can do. But that first half, I'm pleased by the boys in that first half.
Exactly. Just need to come out and make some more plays here after halftime. And I know that's exactly the conversation that they're having in the locker room of the Panthers. It's definitely not a, hey, good job, you gave it your all. Obviously, they're in there to win it, and I know that's the conversation that Coach Smith is having with his squad in there as well. But we'll be back right after this. We'll get you some scores from around 4A and around the area as well on your Varsity Sports Live channels. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live and the Rusty Walters Halftime Show.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back on your Rusty Walters halftime show. We'll go ahead and get you some scores from around the area a little bit. We'll start outside of 4A real quick. Spring Hill and Leavenworth are in a battle. That is 14-all. I believe that game is up in Leavenworth, I think.
No, I think it's in Spring Hill.
Is that in Spring Hill? That one might be in Spring Hill, exactly. Another one of our channels, Baldwin Sports Live, they are unfortunately down. Had a tough draw in the first round. They're down 34-0 to Topeka Hayden. And that one, Girard Sports Live down there. Girard is up 21-0 to Paola there in the first half. Looking now at our scores from 4A, and we believe this was going to be, and it has been so far, one of the better games at 4A this evening. Kansas City Piper against Tonganoxie, that game at Piper, and that game was 7-all last look that we had at that one. Bishop Miege is up 21-0. Last look at Ottawa, I believe that was at the end of the first quarter, was the last time we had an updated score on that one. We've got Baser Linwood in St. James Academy. St. James was actually up 14-0 in that one. I know that was the last time I got that score was about the beginning of the second quarter. So that one could have changed a little bit from there. We'll try to get you an updated score on that one. Lewisburg is up big on Bonner Springs at home. They're up 28-0 in that one as well. So those are the scores that we have so far. We'll get you some more of those as we continue on in our halftime show. Actually, looks like St. James at the end of the second quarter is up 21-0 on Baser Linwood so far. So St. James Academy has come out and kind of put it on Baser there to begin that one. But we'll be back right more after this to talk about some keys to the second half for the Panthers and how they need to get back into this ballgame. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
We're back one final time on your Rusty Walters halftime show. The halftime show is brought to you by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services here in Paola. Actually, in Paola, we're in Overland Park at the moment. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care that you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. We have a couple more score updates to get to you. Last look, we had Kansas City Piper up 14-7. At that one, I believe that one was about at half. It was at half, so Piper has a 7-point lead there at halftime. The next one we have for you is St. James Academy has a 21-0 lead on the higher-ranked Baser Linwood matchup, and when you look at that one, maybe the seeding doesn't do a whole lot of justice in that one. I'd say kind of a tough draw for a 6-2 Baser Linwood squad for sure. And then last score update we had on the Spring Hill game, Spring Hill was up 19-14 over Leavenworth, so took a little bit bigger lead there with a field goal late with Spring Hill up 19-14. So keys to the second half for the Panthers. I believe the biggest one is just capitalizing on the opportunities that you have. Have an opportunity in the red zone, not able to pick that up. Have an opportunity driving the first drive of the game, which maybe was one of their best drives, just continuously getting yardage after yardage, 5 yards here, 4 yards here, 3 yards here. Kept pushing. Finally put the ball on the turf right at midfield, and that was really – that one kind of – it felt like, if the Panthers could come out and punch them in the mouth, take that lead to begin with, we might be in for a different ball game now.
Yeah, absolutely. You said that was the biggest one. My biggest one is just don't let your psyche get down after what happened there at the end of the half, giving up that score with 7 seconds to go. Just come out, play like you did the first half. What happens, happens. Don't come out here and just let the Saints run all over you because your psyche's down. No, don't let that happen. It's potentially your last half of football for these seniors. Landon Taylor ain't going to do that. He needs to be the leader of this team and be like, hey, boys, that half of football didn't go our way, but guess what? The score is 0-0 now in this second half. It's time to come out here, play as well as we did the first half, except finish the stuff that we didn't get to finish in that first half because of our own mistakes.
Yep, definitely finishing drives is going to be a big one for sure. Just, not making those little mistakes. The Saints did a good job for the Panthers' benefit of having more of those mistakes in the first half with those penalties. A couple plays in there. I'm sure that one thing that Coach Smith is talking about as well is an opportunity in the passing game. They've had an opportunity, a couple plays. Had a big one on the. Had a big one over the top to J.D. Troutman. That ball was just put right in the bucket there. Had an opportunity to have Curley on the outside on a curl. Had his guy posted up. That was on a fourth down. That ball was just overthrown. Had J.D. Troutman on a slant that had another first down pickup on fourth down again. That one was just over his fingertips. So it's there. The passing game is there. It's open. We've talked about that was kind of a weak area coming into this with St. Thomas Aquinas ranking a little bit lower at the 4A level. And of course with those two big penalties as well, with the 15-yarder on the pass interference as well as the holding penalty, and both those happened on double moves.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're the Saints head coach and coaching staff, you got to be like, hey, what was that in terms of discipline in the first half with all these penalties to keep the Panthers in the game for the most part? I guarantee you there won't be that many penalties on the Saints here in the second half. I hope there is. It'd be awesome, but I guarantee you the discipline, like the offside penalties, those aren't going to happen again. Those drive coaches absolutely crazy. The pass interference penalties are one thing. The free 5 yards, that's a whole different story there. So
exactly.
The Panthers got to be ready for that. Panthers got to come out with the same intensity, the same energy they had in that first half. And maybe if they keep that energy, maybe good luck will start happening for them. They'll finish those drives.
For sure. Coach Dreiling was definitely talking to his guys at halftime, making sure those mistakes. And knowing the coach that he is he expects to be up a lot more than 21-0 at halftime.
Absolutely.
That's not what he's looking for, especially to a team that they definitely should be putting it on in Paola right now. Yep. So tough squad. Paola's come out with good effort, but good effort doesn't win you ball games.
Nope.
It's going to have to be executing, scoring, scoring when they have those opportunities. Having some big times. They had some big stops there as well in the middle of that half. And the other thing is just going to be shortening the game. Obviously, you can't shorten it too much because you have to have enough possessions to get back into it.
Right.
But sustaining those drives, limiting the amount of times that Aquinas is going to have the ball to start out, and Aquinas is going to have the ball to start our second half as they won the toss, deferred. So they'll have the opportunity. The defense will have an opportunity to make a statement here to start the half.
Now, if you're Coach Smith and the coaches, since you're already down 21-0, do you try an onside kick to start second half? You try it? I mean, why not?
There's a chance. You might maybe not an onside, maybe like a little squig pop-up quick kick or something like that, something short. It's definitely an opportunity. You don't want to give him a short field, get that momentum though as well. So that's the conversations I'm sure going on in his head and between him and the coaching staff of the benefits of doing that, but also hopefully being able to pin him deep as well.
The good old analytics.
Exactly, looking at the analytics piece of it.
Get here with that. The analytics doesn't put it. The analytics just does percentages. They don't put where the game situation is. They don't put the type of players in there. Get the analytics out of here.
For sure. Well, that's going to do it for our Rusty Walters halftime show. Thanks so much for Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services for bringing our halftime to you all season long, and for all of our sponsors being with us this entire football and volleyball season. Unfortunately, we'll talk a little bit more about this later with the volleyball team. Had a really good run, made it to state. We're able to host sub-state at their place. Came out firing there at Sub-State, able to defeat Ottawa in that one, but then just kind of got a tough draw at State. Ended up losing all 3 sets there, but we'll talk more about that at the end of our game in our post-game show. But the Panthers are hoping to make something good happen here to begin our half, whether it be here on this kickoff or it be on the defensive side of the ball. Kicking, obviously, for the Panthers is Warden. Back deep, I believe, is number 6, Rizzi, as well as number 4, the touchdown scorer, Penny. Warden does kick this ball deep to Penny on the outside, catches the ball at the 20-yard line as he cuts free on the outside. Breaks another tackle. Nice tackle by Xander Meinig of the shoelaces there but the Saints are going to have good field position starting at their own 40-yard line here to start the second half.
And then that's the dangers of kicking the ball deep to these explosive returners and these speed guys for the Saints. Get big returns like that. Fortunately, was able to get a shoestring tackle. Otherwise, he was off to the races. See if the Panther defense now can have that same energy they had in the first half and make a play.
Skinner as the quarterback again here in the second half. Pitch on the outside to Carroll. Dylan Wagerman does a good job on the outside of stringing that play, making him cut back upfield, and a host of Panthers bring him down for a short gain of only 3 yards on first down.
That's very good pursuit defense by the Panthers, flowing multiple guys to the ball, limiting that to a minuscule gain of 3.
Like we said, great job by Wagerman fighting there on the outside. That's your key, is that outside guy, is to make sure that ball gets turned back upfield. Saints back here in the formation. Handoff, quarterback keeps on the outside. Really nice
well
play
done
on the outside by Landon Taylor. That was a great job as well there on by the defensive end. I believe that was Cooper Stanchfield on that defensive end there, being able to hold up.
It was Cooper Stanchfield on the far side. Really good job by the Panthers staying home, and then Landon Taylor finishing it off. Here's a chance for a 3 and out.
Big third down here, 3rd and 6 for the Saints. Actually going to be a 3rd and 5 for the Saints. In motion now. Handoff in the inside to Carroll, and he's just going to drag a couple defenders enough. Big gain. That's a gain of 11 on 3rd and 5, and that's a backbreaker for the Panthers.
A little slow getting up as Murdoch holding his sternum area. Got a little shot to the gut there. Hopefully he's all right.
So Saints got a nice pickup there on 3rd and 5. Take over now into Panther territory. Handoff again right up the middle to Carroll on that right side, and he picks up a nice gain, another 7 yards on first down. As if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ran the same play 2 plays in a row.
That's it, and he's been their main weapon on the ground tonight. He's had that long 47-yard touchdown run in their second drive. He's been the guy most efficient on the ground for the Saints.
And he's been their most efficient guy all year long, having over 1,200 yards on the ground coming into this one. Again, handoff on the other side this time to Carroll. He stiff-armed a defender for the Panthers as he had him stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but he does fall forward enough for a first down for the Saints, I believe. Yep, first down, so gain of 4 yards right at it for Carroll.
And you can tell the Panthers are getting a little winded on the defense. They've really put out an effort on this game, but they're starting to get winded a little bit here. See if the Panther defense can hold on.
Defense having back-to-back possessions on the field at the end of the first half and here in the second half. In motion. Reverse on the outside. Great tackle on the outside. I believe that was Charlie Zeller with the nice tackle as he stayed home over there on that side on what could have been a huge play on the reverse. Was only a gain of 6 when it could have been a lot worse.
And the Panthers ran that play a couple times in the first half and basically had the same success there as the Saints did, but that was just a great job staying home by Zeller on the far side.
Really good job there by Zeller, able to make that tackle in open field. None of these guys are easy to bring down in the open field. Try it again on the outside. Zeller's there again. He forces him, throws him down, but not till he gains about 7 yards there.
Stopped by 23, Lane Anderson.
Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas starting to get bigger chunks of yardage on the ground here. Like I said, Panthers with their hands on hips on the defensive line especially, starting to get away from the Panthers a little bit.
Need a big play here on defense. Skinner back under center. In motion, hands off to Carroll on the inside. Carroll breaks free, and it's going to be enough for another Aquinas touchdown. So a 17-yard run.
And Wagerman holding his left wrist a little bit there, got banged up on that play. Hopefully he's not seriously injured. You never want to see that in a playoff game especially. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Hopefully Wagerman's okay.
So a 17-yard run by Carroll pushes this one open to 27-0 pending our point after attempt here. That one's up and good.
And that's the job well done by the Saints. They deferred to the second half. They scored literally just before the gun at halftime, take the opening kickoff in the second half, go down and score again. 14-point swing like that. Went from 14-0, Panthers in the game. Now it's 28-0. The Panthers are really up against the wall now.
Up against it for sure, down 28-0, 8:40 left here in our third quarter. They're needing something big to happen on offense or in the kickoff, in the kick return game to get some momentum back on their side, which is really what they need. Get a little bit of spark back in the Panthers.
Feel good about yourself. Hey, we got some points on the board. That's what the Panthers' main objective on this drive is. Get the ball in the end zone. Get yourself some feel-good juice. Just get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
For sure. Back deep is Meinig, Younger, and Troutman.
Number 2, Xander Meinig, and 26, Clayton Younger.
Kicking off is number 6, I believe. Number 5, my mistake, Seabolt. Kicks this one just with the side of his foot. He kicks it all the way to the 5-yard line. Meinig returns it to just across the 15-yard line.
These Aquinas guys next to us here on their broadcast going,
every play is a giant play on their side.
All right, so
lots of energy over there.
That's it. Like I said, now it's a feel-good drive for the Panthers. Yes, you're down 28-0. Nobody ever wants to be down 28-0, but if you can get that goose egg off the board, you feel a lot better about yourself. See if the offense can be as efficient as they were in that first half.
Osborne under center. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Pitch on the outside to Lana Taylor trying to get to the edge. Is not able to get there. There's a couple Saints bring him down. Looks like he got right back to the line of scrimmage, I believe. If maybe...
Yeah, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Just to the line of scrimmage. They tried to get 2 receivers on the outside to hopefully crack back a little bit there. I know that's not technically a legal play anymore, but get a little outside leverage, push them back inside, and let Taylor get the edge. Unfortunately, was not able to work. Curley is your receiver at the bottom of your screen. Taylor is the deep back. Clayton Younger as your I back in the fullback formation, and is your fullback in the I formation. Hand off to Lana Taylor as the D-back on the outside. And the Saints are really starting to shove into that box. They've got a lot of guys right there close to the line of scrimmage. They've got about 9 guys there in the box. And so obviously not great if you want to run the ball, but an opportunity as well. If you can get a broken tackle or 2, you can go the house because there's no safeties deep to stop you as everybody is just crashing forward with the run. Curley's the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Osborne looking over to the sideline, needing a big play here.
Like I said, the closest guy or the furthest guy back is 7 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Osborne under center. Takes a snap, hands off on the left side, and that is not very much yardage there on a 3rd and long.
Interesting call to run the ball on 3rd and 8, down by 28 points, basically just conceding the drive there. Now the Panthers are going to have to punt the football back away.
Did pick up a couple there, but that is going to have to be a punt away for the Panthers. They thought they had something there on 3rd and long, but they did not. So Lana Taylor's going to have to punt this one back to the Saints. 6:39 remaining in our third quarter.
To punt for the Panthers.
Nice punt by Taylor, returned by number 2, runs into a couple Paola Panthers. He is going to be brought down, but not until he breaks across the 15-yard line. It was a nice run, a nice tackle by number 32, Cutter Mead, but not till there's a lot of yards gained, and they got all that back and more.
And you can just tell the body language for the Panthers is just defeated right now, and we were worried about that going into halftime. They played so well in that first half. The first 6 minutes of this third quarter, they have looked like a defeated football team, and the Saints are just piling it on here early or midway through this third quarter.
Just a rough start here to this half for the Panthers, as I believe they've got a backup quarterback now in the game. Hands off to a different running back, number 6, and he's in for another Saints touchdown. That was number 6, Gianni Rizzi, on the touchdown. At quarterback for the Saints there was number 9. I believe that was Dylan Webb, the senior there. So another touchdown for the Saints pushes this one out to 34-0 pending our point after attempt.
And like I said, you can just tell by the body language the Panthers just want to – they don't want to quit, obviously, but they just look defeated halfway through this third quarter.
Attempt is up and good, and that's going to push the lead out to 35-0 for the Saints. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live with your Panthers down 35-0 against St. Thomas Aquinas here at Overland Park, Kansas. As we are in a win or go home mode, 6:12 remaining in our third quarter.
New kicker.
New kicker as well, as St. Thomas has started to bring in some new guys. Number 38 is the kicker, Dorfler. Max Dorfler.
Starting to bring in their second team unit.
I liked it better when the other kid was kicking. Seabolt was kicking. That's a little bit easier to say. This is going to be an offsides.
Yep. Play's dead. Bring it back.
So that'll back them up 5 yards. Give the Panthers hopefully a little bit better field position here.
Best starting field position they've had all game is at their own 20-yard line. They've been inside the 20 multiple times, inside the 10 one time. So maybe they can get out across the 20 and actually have decent starting field position. Actually, they did have one decent starting field position.
They did have good field position, yes, exactly.
One time. They had it on the 47-yard line.
Yep. So that was an offside for the Saints. I believe on the outside there, on the far side of your field is where that offside was. We're going to try this one again here. 6:12 again left in our third quarter. This kick goes deep. Meinig is able to pick it up after a couple bounces. Brick free on the left side and takes a stumble. Once again, he tripped into that tackle, but apparently it was a really good one.
Let's see what
that is where the Panthers will take over, just outside the 30-yard line at their own 28.
See if the Panthers can actually get a drive together and put some points on the board, get that goose egg off. That is the main objective now. You don't want to get shut out in a game. Got to get some points on the board. Feel good about yourself this time around.
Go score for sure. Osborne under center. Takes snap, pitch outside to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor breaks free on the left side. Landon Taylor gets the corner, is finally drug out of bounds, but after a nice gain of about 14 yards on the outside.
Definitely the best run play of the game. 1st and 10 Panthers up near the 45. Good start to the drive for the Panthers.
Panthers are now going to have the ball at their own 42-yard line, 43-yard line. Troutman is your receiver at the bottom of your screen, Curley at the top. They get somebody again offsides. Did not call that one, but they had another defensive lineman right in the middle of the field offsides.
Well, now you got the second string unit in there for
they
the
almost got him
Saints.
again. Oh, ball on the ground. I thought for a second that one looked interesting. I don't actually know if that ball ever got on the ground or not, or if Younger just picked that up so fast that
well, the way Osborne reacted, I just followed him. I thought it was on the ground, and there goes Zeller, or Younger, right up the gut for a 7-yard pickup.
The way not only Osborne reacted, but also the white hat as well, throwing his beanbag on the ground as he thought that one hit the dirt. But not sure if it did or not, but either way, it is a 7-yard pickup for the Panthers.
Back-to-back very good run plays for the Panthers at midfield.
Reverse play on the outside. Landon Taylor spins into that tackle there.
Boy, that play looked like it was going to bust, and then here comes the safety on the near side to fill that and stop him short of the first down marker.
Tackle was Landon Color there. Brings up 3rd and 1, as I expect just going to be a first down, just a little quarterback sneak there for the Panthers. That one looked a little awkward. I'm not sure if Jet actually ever had that ball in his hands as he hesitated.
That one was weird from the get-go. It might be a false start penalty here.
Looks like it is going to be a false start.
It looked like the whole right side of the line went while the left side didn't.
So they're going to have to move the chains back as well, as they do not have a down marker on this side.
Yeah, I was about to say, that play just looked weird from the get-go, and I was wondering if the officials were going to throw a flag. Couldn't see one, but then once they spread out, you saw the flag there at the midfield stripe.
And there's going to have to be some communication between the two because the chains had already been moved. So there's going to have to be some communication on exactly where that was at. They had a 3rd and short. They had a 3rd and about 1, maybe even less than 1 yard. So from that point on, then
officials timeout.
Yeah, they're going to have to discuss where this
is going to be,
where this ball was at exactly, and then they'll move it 5 yards back from there. No one had really seen that flag thrown. I know the FAR official did not, because he had already told the chains to move forward for that first down.
I think the original line of scrimmage on that last play was the Saint 48, if I recall.
I believe you are correct on that. They're going to move the sticks back.
Because they got the ball spotted at the Panther 47. So it'd be like 3rd and 6 maybe from there. I'm as lost as you are right now.
And I'm not sure if...
And like I said, nobody saw that penalty flag because there was in a mass of bodies. Nobody saw it until they spread out, and then all of a sudden you saw the flag down. But I think the chains are set up correctly now.
Yes, so now it's going to be about a 3rd and
6.5.
Should be just straight up 6, but who knows, with a little bit of miscommunication there between all the officials as he winds the clock and gets this thing back rolling. 4:33 remaining in our 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6 here for the Panthers. In the I formation. Goes to the deep back. Landon Taylor breaks free on the right side. Finally drugged down after a nice gain of over 10 yards. So a good 3rd down run by Landon Taylor with that power on the right side.
Very good run play by Landon Taylor. Now the Panthers in Saints territory. See if they can finish the drive and get that goose egg off the board.
Great job as well over there on that right side by Eli Richmond, as well as I believe Brody Stewart on that side as well, helping out. So good job clearing a hole there for Landon Taylor. Heavy formation on the right side. Hand off to the deep back. Taylor again breaks free on the left side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Landon Taylor's going to go in for a Panther touchdown. Really nice run on the left side. Jet reversed out, came back to the left side to Taylor, and that's going to put the Panthers on the board, which is exactly what we talked about they needed.
Hey, there you go. There's some feel-good story about yourself. Panthers on the scoreboard. And, of course, Landon Taylor has been the MVP of this team all year long, set the rushing record a couple weeks ago in Bonner Springs, caps that drive off with a 40-yard touchdown burst.
Good job, good run there by Landon Taylor, going opposite of the strength to that one guard side. Kick is up for Ward and good. So the Panthers are now down 35-7, 3:47 remaining in our 3rd quarter. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live, and I want to go ahead and get our presenting sponsor again. I've been our presenting sponsor all year long. Go Brawley. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. As the Panthers get on the board there, big drive there for the Panthers. Finally punched in by a long touchdown run of about 30 yards for Landon Taylor. Kickoff deep over here on the side. If that ball's fumbled, that ball's on the ground. He's just going to have to go to the ground for that one. As Meinig looked like he had a beat on it and just slipped over there on that turf.
Almost a break there for the Panthers. If that ball was able to be on the turf for about 2 seconds longer, like I said, Meinig was going to be there to pounce on it. The Saints had no choice but to dive on it and not make an even more colossal mistake. Now see if the Panther defense, after being rejuvenated a little bit with that touchdown by the offense, can make his play here and get the ball back to him.
In on defense, Cutter Mead comes in at linebacker for the Panthers. I've seen some more snaps here on what could be the last game. Saints in the heavy formation. One receiver at the top of your screen. Fumble. Ball was on the ground, I believe.
It was a drop snap by the backup quarterback there. He's fortunate to be able to pounce on it and save the possession for the Saints.
As the Saints are walking the tightrope there with the ball on the ground, 2 consecutive plays, able to fall forward for a gain of 1 yard. So 2nd and 9 now for the Saints deep in their own territory. Saints under center. Take the snap. Pitch to the outside guy. Missed tackle on the outside. He's going to be shoved forward, I believe, just short of a first down. On the carry, I think, was number 8. My mistake. Maybe it was 26. I thought it was number 8, but.
Looked like it was number 8.
I think it was
number 8 just now coming on the field.
Okay, it was not number 8. It obviously could not have been number 8. On the carry was 26, Elsie Slaughter.
3rd and 1 from the 27.
Yeah, that little option play has been a bugaboo for the Panthers in this game for the most part.
Had a lot of success there on that outside. 3rd and 1 for the Saints. And he took initial hit in the backfield. The quarterback, number 9, Dylan Webb, was hit in the backfield, just able to push forward on the keeper and picked up eventually about 6 yards.
Just the Saints, even the second string for the Saints is just so athletic to just get away from would-be tacklers and make a loss into a big gain and keep the drive alive for the Saints.
Saints now pushing a little bit deeper into, a little bit closer to Panther territory at their own 33-yard line. Pushing forward, going to be a short gain of only about 2 yards there on first down. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Saints. 2:20 remaining in our third quarter.
Just another quarterback sneak-looking play. It looked like there, just right up the gut, right at the teeth of the Panther defense. Panther defensive line stood strong there, making it a minuscule gain of just 2.
It's a miscommunication, I believe, up front. Caused a couple kind of weary snaps and a little bit of ball handling skills for the quarterback, the backup quarterback. Webb under center again. That one's going to be a false start. It's going to come back 5 yards. So now it's going to be a 2nd and 13 for the Saints.
If there's one thing the Saints are going to be worried about is all these penalties against them in this game. Eventually that could bite them in the backside further down the line if they can continue to make those silly penalties.
The Saints better hope that they are not running for all these penalty yards. They're going to be running a while if they happen to be.
That's it. I mean, they got to have about 50, 60 yards just in penalties.
At least. Webb back under center here. As it looks like they're going to just look at winding the clock here.
Interesting.
Wind this clock all the way down. There's 17 on the play clock. Oh, and that must have been the point they wanted to do it. Pitch on the outside. Nice play on the outside. Good play by Cale Murdoch, busting into the backfield.
Stopped by 57.
So it's just going to be a short gain of only about a yard. Could have had a loss of a couple, but able to break free of Murdoch. Murdoch hung on. Still brought him down in behind the sticks anyways for a short gain. So now it's 3rd and 12 for the Saints. 59 seconds left in the third quarter.
3rd and 12.
Big opportunity for the Panther defense to get off the field here right at the end of the third quarter on a 3rd and long.
Goes in motion, pitch play on the outside. What an awkward little pitch play. Clayton Younger misses the play, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds before that first down marker. I think he's going to be about 2 yards short as he got the corner over there again. I believe that was 26 again on the carry. Slaughter.
Oh, he's a good 4 or 5 yards short here. The Saints are going to have to punt this football away, you would think.
I think he must have stepped out a little bit earlier than we could see over here on this side because it looked like he was only a couple yards short. But it is 4th and 5, and the Saints are going to have to punt this away. He did get out of bounds, so the clock did stop.
And they're going to have to hurry. They're down below 10 on the play clock, and there's nobody on the field. They're going to have to take time out here or take a penalty.
Got so many guys going to have to burn a timeout here. So the Saints take a timeout. 41 seconds remaining in our third quarter. As they are not, coaches are not going to be thrilled with having to take that timeout, especially with the second group guys. You have to be ready and know what is going on. The Panthers are going to get an opportunity to get the ball back.
And like I said, the coaches ain't going to be happy with that, but my thing is, why sent the punt team out so late in the play clock? It's like you had the offense on there for 15 seconds, and all of a sudden with 10 seconds on the play clock, oh, let's go punt the ball, and then everybody's scrambling. Nobody can find the way in there. That's just a weird way to send your punt team out that late in the play clock.
Part of me wonders if they were also waiting on the spot over there on that sideline, as it did look like he was only going to be about a yard or two short. Couldn't quite tell from our side, but had stepped out earlier than that. So instead of it being only 1 or 2 yards needed for a first down, they needed to pick up about 5. So the Saints are going to punt this ball away. Back deep is Troutman and Taylor for the Panthers.
See if they have a better snap than they did the first time they punted the football.
That one is high again, has to jump a little bit.
Short
this
kick.
punt's going to be short. They're going to peter this one. And it's going to take a Saints roll because, of course, it will. And that is where the Panthers will take over just outside the 30-yard line. They're about the 27. 27 seconds here in our third quarter. They'll have about one play, and then we'll go to our fourth.
See if the Panther offense can sustain back-to-back drives, get it in the end zone again, and make this a 21-point game. And really feel good about yourself after the way the second half started.
For sure, hoping for a big play, maybe to get back in this thing a little bit, get some more energy on your side. Takes a snap on the outside, pitches to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor breaks free on the left side, shoves a Saints defender out of bounds. So a really good run by Landon Taylor brings him into Saint territory. Huge run there.
Big run by Landon Taylor into Saints territory. You got time to run another play. You got plenty of time with 19 seconds. Looks like they're bringing in a little bit more of their juice back in for the Saints.
As they keep bringing guys out, I don't know if they have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they do bring some more first-string guys back on. They're like, all right, enough of this.
And the Panthers are going to get another playoff here for the end of the quarter.
As Taylor went out of bounds on that last one. Osborne looking over to the sideline. Younger and Taylor in the backfield. Curley at the top of your screen. Charlie Zeller is the wingback. Handoff to Landon Taylor, stuffed by the defensive end there on the outside. That will be the last play of our third quarter. When we come back, the Panthers will have a 2nd and 9 from the Saints side of the field.
2nd and 9.
We'll be back right after this for your fourth quarter on Paola Sports Live.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Get your fours up. We are back here on Paola Sports Live at the start of our fourth quarter. The Panthers down 35-7. 12 minutes remaining in these seniors' potentially last game, last quarter of their senior year for football. Reverse on the outside to Charlie Zeller. Brought down in the backfield as they did a good job of staying home there.
And that's the first negative play for the Panthers in this ball game. It takes till the fourth quarter for the Saints to get a tackle for a loss. And now the Panthers are at third and very long here.
Down by Kalen Curtis there, as he's 47 on the field, but 49 in the program. That's why I was searching for him. I didn't know where he was at. So it's going to third and long, 3rd and 12 now for the Panthers. Troutman in the game as your receiver at the bottom of your screen. Trap play on the inside to Clayton Younger. Nice run, and that ball, I believe, did it go on the ground?
Looked like it did, but it looks like the Panthers did recover it.
The ball was on the ground. Panthers recovered it. The center made a
like,
Garrett McKinney.
I got it.
Jumped up, very proud of himself for recovering that fumble. Hey, listen, as an offensive lineman, my entire life, anytime you get to touch the ball is a good day. So
thing is, he touches it every time.
Well, we don't need to talk about the specifics, Caleb. In the game of play, back deep to pass now, looking over the top. Has Landon Taylor right in the seam. Nice pitch and catch between Jet and Landon Taylor. Big gain there. Is going to pick up a first down for the Panthers.
That was a great throw by Jed Osborne into double coverage. Landon Taylor makes a great catch to keep the drive alive for the Panthers.
Right down the seam is Landon Taylor, runs it from that wing-back position, allows him to pick up that first down for the Panthers. Panthers now have the ball from the Saints' 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 10:30 remaining in our ball game. Osborne takes the snap, hands off to Clayton Younger right in the middle, and he's stuffed by big number 1, Julian Marks. As he is just a specimen of a human being, a sophomore at 6'5", 255.
That's insane as a sophomore being that big. Just imagine how much bigger he can get with 2 more years under his belt here in St. Thomas.
Stronger. He is a big human being. You're gonna see him playing on Saturday, folks. I can tell you that.
Absolutely, no doubt. He has the body of a definitely Saturday player.
One thing you cannot teach: size.
It's it.
So the Panthers now have a 2nd and 10. That play was right at the line of scrimmage for Younger.
Panthers.
Meade is now your deep back. Panthers are going to take a timeout. 9:32 remaining. We'll take a timeout with him. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Timeout.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals. Sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back on Paola Sports Live after our short break. The Panthers will have the ball here, 2nd and 10 from the Saints' 27-yard line, looking for something good to happen after a long pass completion between Jed Osborne and Landon Taylor right down the seam in the middle of the field.
Absolutely, and you definitely want to capitalize on this and put another one on the board, back-to-back scoring drives, so this is an important series for the Panthers.
Osborne in the pistol formation. Behind him, I believe, is Landon Taylor. Looking to Landon Taylor on the outside, trying to get space and get free, but a couple guys go unblocked. First in on the tackle was 45, Andrew Ham.
Yeah, that play didn't go anywhere. In fact, lost a yard on that play. That's a wrinkle I've never seen the Panthers do a quick little swing pass back to the running back. That might go down as a run attempt because that looked like a backwards pass. But just try to, any way you can, get the ball in your best player's hands. Just didn't work out for the Panthers on that play.
In pistol formation, actually in shotgun formation now. Meade beside him, looking back to pass. Has his receiver again, Landon Taylor, on the outside.
First down.
Actually, my mistake. That was Jace Curley. The 6 looks like a 0 at times. That was Jace Curley there on the outside. A little curly curl action. Picks up enough for a Panther first down, so good pitch and catch between the two.
That's about the third or fourth pass tonight that Jed Osborne has had that's been right on the button. He's really thrown the ball effectively tonight. He's had a couple errant passes with the overthrows, but for the most part, he's been on the money on these passes. That was a good strike right there.
8:32 remaining in our ball game. Osborne back under center this time. Meade is the deep back, hands off, actually keeps it right up the middle, fakes the handoff to Meade, cuts through the left side himself. Osborne goes forward for a gain of 2 yards. In on the tackle was number 32, Luke Hancock for the Saints.
Red zone opportunity for the Panthers. Last time they were in this situation, they got the field goal blocked. See if they can punch it in the paint for 6 this time around.
Osborne here under center. Taylor goes in motion. Pitch on the outside to Landon Taylor as a host of Saints bring him down. And on the tackle, I believe it was 38, Max Dorfler. That was not Max Dorfler. My mistake, that is the kicker. 28. That makes a lot more sense. Owen Charlton on the tackle. I do not believe that Dorfler was the tackler there.
Yeah, loss of 3 there, so now it's 3rd and long for the Panthers. Certainly expect to go through the air here. Field does condense, though, down here.
Back under center is Osborne. In formation goes Charlie Zeller. Fakes the pitch to Zeller. Looking for his guy in the corner, as it looked like the entire route that Landon Taylor had a hand on his shoulder by the Saints defensive back does not get called. So now it's going to bring up a 4th and 10 for the Panthers.
And that was unfortunate. Landon Taylor was open. Just Osborne overthrew that by a couple yards. Wasn't able to get into the breadbasket for Landon Taylor. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown. Now it's 4th and 10. See if the Panthers can convert another 4th down. They've already done it once on this drive.
Just an overthrow on the corner out there by Jet. Back to pass. Looking there as it was deflected, I believe, by a Saints defender. He thought he had a pick, and that's going to be a turnover on down for the Panthers. The Saints will take over from their own 16-yard line.
And that's unfortunate. That's the second time the Panthers have driven into the Saints red zone, and both times they've come away with 0 points, with a blocked field goal and now a turnover on downs. It's just been a microcosm of the season for the Panthers. They get these nice drives, and then they just fall flat once they get in the red zone. It's just been that year for the Panthers. It's been a hard, trying year for the Panthers.
Just have not quite been able to finish. As a new quarterback, I believe, is in the game again. I believe this is number 12, Cole Anderson. Handoff on the left side, actually the right side. 31, it was the carry there, Nathan Phillips.
Stopped by 59, Brody Stewart.
Brody Stewart in there for another tackle.
Saints have so many guys on their roster. It's like looking through a yellow book pages to figure out
an
who's in the game. Yeah, an encyclopedia to figure out who's in the game. The print's so small, my eyes are getting bad as I get older. And
they may have 5 teams out here.
There's a whole bunch that they can just stay at. Hockey substitution style. Goes forward. Quarterback goes forward. Anderson goes forward for a nice gain, actually a gain of only about a yard there, I believe.
And that's just weird play design. You don't see standard quarterback sneaks on 2nd and 5, 2nd and 7. They've done that about 5 times tonight that I can recall.
And my mistake, I said Anderson. His name is actually Richardson, Cole Richardson, as the quarterback in for the Saints. So now it's a 3rd and 3. Opportunity for the Panthers to get off the field again. They've had success with a quick pitch on the outside or speed option as well. Trap play on the outside, tackled by Charlie Zeller, first one there. And it's going to depend on the spot, but I believe he did get enough. It's a little bit hard for us to tell at this angle at that spot. I think he was right at the sticks, and that's enough for a Saints first down.
And that just makes the season quicker for the Panthers here. You never want to – of course you never want to lose here, but the Panthers played well tonight. Let's just say that. The Panthers, for the most part, played well tonight against a much more superior team. Panthers can't hang their heads whatsoever.
For sure. We'll talk about a lot of this in the post-game show. Hoping for one more stop here, though, as the running back breaks free on the outside, has one guy to beat. He's able to drag him out. The running back was 31, Nathan Phillips. Hit on the tackle was 23, Lane Anderson, that finally shoved him out of bounds after a nice gain. He cut right through the heart of the Panther defense, broke to the left side, and was able to cross into Panther territory.
That's definitely the best play the Saints have had in the second half in quite some time. They've been stagnant since they've taken the main team off the field. That's certainly the biggest play they've had in certainly a quarter.
For sure, as the Panthers also bring in some reinforcements. Misdirection play on the outside. Nice play by Eli Richmond, but he unfortunately got some face mask as he was just reaching for something to bring the running back down, as he got a lot of face mask, and so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty there on Eli Richmond on the outside.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because that would have went down for a 2-yard loss, and now it's going to be a 15-yard penalty the other way. Or is it just going to be a 5-yarder? Nope, 15. No, it is 5. Well, maybe.
Nope, this one is definitely a 15-yard penalty against Eli Richmond and the Panthers. As he was just grasping for anything he could. He had the outside, had good position, just reached up and grabbed that face mask at the last second and flung him down by it. Definitely was not trying to harm the player. It was not a dirty play.
There was no ill intent whatsoever there.
Reached out, and that was unfortunately what he got the first piece of. You see that a lot in college and the NFL as well. Handoff to the back. Nice play by the defensive by Stanchfield on the end to bring him down. Engaged the tackle, was able to fight him off and still make that tackle.
And Cooper Stanchfield's had a very good game as a right defensive end over here. He's made a few nice plays in this game. Another one right there, limiting the game to just 3, and it could have been a lot worse. The whole defensive line, really, for the Panthers has played well in this ballgame.
Not a bad job for sure from the Panthers. Richardson still is his quarterback. Running back in motion. Handoff on the inside, on the right side, to again number 31, Nathan Phillips. It's going to push forward enough for another first down for the Saints. So they've just had another good drive. Actually, about the first good drive they've had with the second-string guys in the game.
Yeah, it's certainly the best drive the Saints have had, like you said, with the second stringers. Panthers defense has been played well against the second team of the Saints in this second half until right now. Now they're getting winded, and the Saints' athleticism is showing in this drive.
As the Panthers also bring in some reinforcements, some other guys that don't play a lot on defense in to get in some plays in this final ball game for them. Quarterback keep on the outside, quarterback power play as Richardson goes forward for a gain of 7 yards there on first down.
And now the goal for the Panthers on this drive on the defense is keep the Saints out of the end zone any way you can. You don't want to see the Saints put up another score on you in a game that they have controlled since about midway through the second quarter.
It's actually it was a gain of 6 on that one, so it's going to bring up about a second and a long 4. Goes in motion, handoff again to the outside. Breaks free, finally able to be drugged down by a host of Panthers.
Nathan Phillips with another first down for the Saints.
Phillips again on the carry for the Saints as they've been riding him in this second unit.
25, Vincent Jones.
There's drug out by the Panthers. Jones, Vincent Jones, number 25. So Panthers need to buck up here, keep some pride into this one, keep the Saints out of the end zone to end our ball game. Handoff on the outside. He's got one guy to beat, and he's not going to get him. It's going to be another touchdown for the Saints. Carrying was number 39, Jake Sheely. So that's going to, pending the PAT, put another stamp on this one, 41-7. Saints up here, 2:23 remaining in our ball game.
Just the sign of a defeated team right there. You played, you put everything you had into this game against a very quality opponent, the Saints. They're just too much for the Panthers to handle, and it showed right there on that drive, just a demoralizing drive for the Panther defense.
Good drive there for the Saints, hoping to be capped off by the point after attempt. The kick is up and is good. So that makes it 42-7. Saints, 2:23 remaining in our ball game. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
We're back on Paola Sports Live with the Panthers down 42-7 in what is going to be ultimately the final ball game of the year for the 2022 Panthers football team. It's been a lot of fight in the Panthers this evening, just not enough ability to make plays, the big play that was needed.
That's it. Because they've been in Saints territory several times in this ball game.
Almost every drive so far they've had. This one goes deep. Going to be taken by Troutman at about the 3-yard line. Comes free, breaks a tackle there on the outside. Troutman has one guy to beat on the outside. Nice return by Troutman. I believe they might get a hold there.
Yeah, they're going to get holding or blocking the back on
Cooper Stanchfield.
Or Younger, one of the two. It's going to negate that decent return that Troutman had.
Blocking the back there. So that one's going to bring it back farther, unfortunately.
So it's going to back the Panthers up near the 10-yard line now. It's just been a tough go for the Panthers in this game. It wasn't because of effort. It's just, like I said, the execution just wasn't there when it needed to be.
See if the Panthers have one more drive in them to end the years. They're hoping to end on a good note.
Absolutely. Put this ball in the end zone. Get yourself an 84-yard touchdown drive in these final 2 minutes.
Be great. That is exactly where they're at their own 16-yard line. 2:14 remaining in our ball game and in the season. Handoff on the inside. I believe that was to Stanchfield.
Number 10, Landon Taylor.
Oh, nope, that was Landon Taylor. My mistake.
No, it is Stanchfield. You were right.
Oh, it was Stanchfield. Yes, that's what I thought.
We're getting some
number 20, Cooper Stanchfield.
Getting some younger guys in there, a little bit of playoff action.
Stanchfield is the fullback. Got a free 5 yards there. Again, as Osborne continues from the very beginning of the year to the very end of the year, getting people with that hard count.
And that's the third time that the Saints have given the Panthers 5 free yards because of jumping off sides. You know the Saints coaching staff has to be livid with their team in terms of discipline with penalties. Way too many penalties against the Saints.
Osborne back under center again. Hands off to the deep back this time. That is number 25. That's not Lane. That's Vincent Jones, number 25.
Vincent Jones
so nice run by Vincent Jones. Picks up a Panther first down.
As much as you would like to see the Panthers get a touchdown here to end the season, I think the Panthers are just running out the clock more than anything and avoid an injury unless they bust one big.
Two backs in the backfield are, sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh, you're all right.
Caleb.
You're all right. I think this is going to be the final score of the game unless the Panthers break a big one.
Handoff to Jones, the deep back. Nice gain of pick up a 5 there for Vincent Jones. So good running here by Vincent Jones, and he's definitely going to be somebody that's going to be more involved in the Panther offense next year.
Absolutely.
As he will be back, as well as Stanchfield in the backfield. So we could be looking at a preview of what we are potentially looking at next year as the starting backfield.
That's it, and this should be the final play of this ball game. It's just been that year for the Panthers.
Stanchfield's held up right at the line. Again, I believe that was, it says 47, I believe it's 49, Kylin Curtis, my mistake. And I think that's going to do it. I don't think the Panthers will run another play.
They are not, and you can just see for these seniors, they know their career in high school is over in terms of football. These are the ones that hurt the most for the seniors and for the team in general, knowing that your season is officially over and your boys are going to be gone next year.
That is going to do it for the ball game. Saints win this one and move on 42-7. We'll be back to break down this game and talk more about some local scores right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Cardinal Glass in Spring Hill is now hiring. Cardinal Glass is a great place to land with immediate openings for production technician starting at $19.01 with a $1 premium for evening hours. Also hiring warehouse and maintenance technicians. Cardinal Glass provides competitive wages and great benefits, including medical, dental, life, health savings, and monthly profit sharing. Call 913-592-6100. Walk-ins are welcome at their facility on North Webster Road in Spring Hill or visit them online at cardinalcorp.com.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals. Sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back here on your Paola Sports Live post-game show, and just a tough end of the season for the Panthers. Really fought hard throughout the entire game. In the first half had multiple opportunities. Really we're this close to it being a 14-0 or even a 14-7 or an even ball game.
Yep.
At halftime, Aquinas kind of has that late score there with just 7 seconds left in the first half that really, I think, took the air and the energy out of the Panthers. I think if they could have got a stop there, then you're looking at a lot better squad coming out of halftime. But, that was just the way it kind of ended up for the Panthers, and just a tough end of the season.
It is, and it was just that way all year for the Panthers. They started the season 2-1 with 2 decent wins, one over Fort Scott to start the year, and then that dramatic win against Ottawa to have a 2-1 start, and then they go on to lose 5 of their last 6 games, and not all of them were blowouts. All of them were very contested. The game against Pittsburgh lost by 6 points. The game against Spring Hill was 14-7 at the end of the third quarter, then blew up in the fourth quarter. The game against Tonganoxie had the ball inside the 10 twice on back-to-back drives, one to end the half, one to start the second half. Both times didn't score. It was just that year for the Panthers. They'll learn from this. They'll be a much better team next year, because they'll find ways to win those ball games next year.
For sure. Definitely a tough loss for those seniors. There's a lot coming back. I do want to go ahead and go ahead and give you those seniors again, because they were a big part of not only this year but also a lot of the success that the Panthers had in previous years as well. So we'll go ahead and go through your seniors this year. Number 3, Dylan Wagerman. Number 5, Charlie Zeller. Number 10, Landon Taylor. Number 11, Jet Osborne. The kicker, number 19, Hayden Warden. Number 23, Lane Anderson. Number 32, Cutter Mead. Number 57, Cale Murdoch. And number 59, Brody Stewart. Number 68, Samuel Shore. Number 73, Garrett McKinney. And those are all of your seniors. I just want to say, thank you to them. Thank you for putting out the effort this season, even though it did not end the way that they wanted it to. A lot of those guys were coming into, coming off a year last year where it was there were a lot of seniors that graduated. A lot of these guys hadn't had a whole lot of experience in those Friday Night Lights. You could tell that the leadership was there. You could tell that the effort was there. Like you said, there were so many ball games that could have went either way, one play here, one play there, and we could be looking at a completely different season. But unfortunately, that's the way it ends sometimes. Football is a game of inches, a game of millimeters. One thing here, one thing there. We could be looking at a completely different season. But great job by those seniors leading the team, and we'll see them throughout the rest of the year in the rest of the sports. With the fall coming up with basketball and wrestling, and then in the spring we'll have track and field and baseball. So we'll definitely see those athletes, and they'll have an opportunity. But that doesn't mean it hurts any.
Oh no,
any less.
No. But of course, for one of the seniors, Landon Taylor, who had a remarkable year, he set the rushing record in a game, in that Bonner Springs game, for 356 rushing yards to set the school record for a single game. So he has that accolade to his name. We'll see him in basketball in a month or so when that starts. But it's like I said, it doesn't take the pain away of how this football season went, because, like you said, it was just one play here, one play there. Instead of being 3-5 going to the playoffs, could have been 5-3 and maybe hosting a first-round game.
Team, for sure.
Could have been a whole different ball game, but it's just the way the season went. You can't change it. You finished the year 3-6. Got to go on to next year.
For sure. We'll be back to talk more about the other team, the volleyball team that was at state today, as well as kind of preview some stuff that we got going on and talk about some scores around 4A as well. So we'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health, because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Community Pharmacy Redefined. That's Vose Pharmacy in Lewisburg. Kevin Vose and his staff are redefining the expectations of a community pharmacy by providing customers with the most comprehensive and innovative prescription and wellness plans available, with a great selection and understanding of the latest treatments, including a wide range of Cannabis Naturals CBD products. Let Vose Pharmacy meet your family's prescription needs quickly and accurately. Vose Pharmacy, locally owned and operated. Call 913-837-3784 or visit vosepharmacy.com.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back one final time to close out your 2022 football season. Like we said before, great effort from Paola. Not the way that they wanted it to end, and especially the expectations that are usually of the Paola program being the 5th winningest program in the state of Kansas history. But they'll be back for more, especially in winter sports. You'll see, all these athletes again, either on the court, on the field, or on the wrestling mats the rest of the year. We want to go ahead and highlight again the volleyball team. They, went to hosted Sub-State, like we had said a couple weeks ago. Were able to win their Sub-State pretty handily over a couple teams there, over Ottawa. They in the Sub-State championship game, and then went to State today. Played at State today. Kind of had a tough draw in that bracket, and unfortunately fell in their 3 sets there. Had a really tough game. I think in their first match against Rock Creek. Had really tough first set. Had an opportunity to kind of win that one. That kind of swung them a little bit, and then lost all momentum, and unfortunately was able to. We're not able to pick up any wins at State, but just a fantastic season by the volleyball team. Anytime that you can end a season at the state championship, in the state championship games, then you've had a great season. There's only 8 teams that make it there.
That's it.
And so of all the teams in 4A, being one of the top 8 is definitely what you want to do. So our hats off to the volleyball team. They did a great job this year. Looking forward to a great basketball season from both squads as well, from the boys' side as well as the girls' side, with a lot of those athletes you saw on the girls' side in the volleyball court playing there. A lot of those athletes you see on the football field there as well. We'll also have wrestling, have some wrestling meets as well on Paola Sports Live during this fall. So even though you're going to miss us for about a month, we're having about a month break here. We're going to make sure we have our vocal cords ready.
That's it. We'll be
resting all that. Exactly. We'll be ready to go on December 2nd when we go to Baldwin for the first basketball game. We'll go there for the boys and the girls games over at Baldwin on December 2nd. So that's when the next time you'll be able to catch us live. We do have some of our sister stations that are still going to be playing football. Spring Hill was up last we saw, so next week make sure you check into Spring Hill. Lewisburg was up big. They're going to be playing next week as well. So get to either one of those stations. Unfortunately, Tonganoxie looks like they're going to get beat by Kansas City Piper. They had a pretty big lead there, and as well as some of our Southeast Kansas schools. I know Girard beat Parsons tonight. So make sure to keep updated on any of those. You can check them out on Varsity Sports Live, and then they'll give each of the individual links. So check them out. Check them out on Facebook, as well as subscribe to them on YouTube. If you're not already subscribing to Paola Sports Live, you need to be subscribed to them as well, as you'll get updates when the games are live, when they're going to be upcoming, things like that. So we're excited for basketball season. Like we said, Rough End, thank you for being with us this entire football season, and go Panthers.
Absolutely. Go Panthers. Appreciate all you that tuned in for the whole season. Appreciate the sponsors as well. You make this happen. Can't wait to call a basketball game on December 2nd. Everybody have a safe holidays with Halloween coming up on Monday, and then next month with Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Be thankful for everybody that's been in your life. Be thankful for everything that's gone on in your life. And you guys take care. We'll be back in December.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.